Hi, I'm Vance, and welcome to Repair and Replace. If your refrigerator is leaking water, then it could be one of several problems. In this episode, we'll inspect the water lines, the water filter, and the reservoir. Then we'll look at the defrost line and the drain pan. To begin, you might need a screwdriver or nut driver and an adjustable wrench. Keep in mind there is some variation between models, and not all refrigerators will have the same parts. You can enter your model number on the AMRE Supply website to see a parts breakdown. This can be helpful to show you which parts are in your refrigerator and where they are located. First, it's best to check the water lines at the back. Inspect the supply line and check the shutoff valve. Next, look at the lines that connect to the water valve. Look for any cracks and check for any loose connections. If your model has a water dispenser on the door, then the water line will run close to the hinge. In some cases, the door might pinch or crush the line. If the line is damaged, then you'll have to repair it or install a new one. This repair can be tricky, so you might want to call a professional. First, slide the refrigerator out from the wall. When there is enough room, unplug the cord to disconnect the power. To do these checks, you'll likely have to disconnect the water line to remove the back cover. Afterwards, you might have to reattach the line so that you can do some further troubleshooting. Use a 1/4 inch nut driver to remove the screws. Now simply lift up to remove the panel. If you think the leak is coming from the water valve, then there's a quick test you can do. Plug in the refrigerator. Now dispense some water. If new water is forming on the valve, then double check that all the connectors are secure. Now if the valve is cracked or damaged, then it's best to install a new one. You can learn how to replace the water valve in the video linked below. One source of leaks is from the water filter. The filter is usually in the fridge compartment. In some models, it might be located behind the kick plate. If there is a leak coming from the filter, then it's possible that it's not seated correctly. If you reinstall the filter and it still leaks, then it could be an issue with the filter base. You can see how to install a new filter base in the video link below. The water reservoir ensures that there's cold water available on demand. Check if the connections are secure, and look for any cracks in the plastic. If the housing is damaged, then water might leak into the fridge. In this case, it's best to install a new reservoir. You can see how to do this in the video link below. If water's leaking and you notice a buildup of ice in the freezer, then it could be a clogged drain line. When the freezer runs a defrost cycle, the heating element melts the ice off of the evaporator coils. This water flows into the drain pan and evaporates over time. If the drain line is blocked with ice or debris, then it will not drain properly. In a top freezer model, this water might spill over and leak into the fridge compartment. In a side-by-side or bottom freezer model, this water might leak through the front of the freezer. To unclog the drain line, you'll likely have to defrost the freezer. You can learn more in the video linked below. The drain pan collects water that is created during the defrost cycle. If the pan is damaged or warped, then water might leak from the pan. Inspect the drain pan and make sure it's level. If there are any cracks, then use silicone to seal the pan. Another source of moisture is from the refrigerator doors not closing properly. If the door gasket is not making a good seal, then humid air will enter the fridge and freezer. As moisture condenses, it can create a buildup of ice and frost. Using warm soapy water, clean the door gasket as well as the contact surface. Now check to see if the gasket makes a good seal around the entire door. If the gasket is damaged, then it will need to be replaced. You can see how to do this in the video linked below. Also, if the refrigerator is not level, it can prevent the doors from closing properly. You can see how to level a fridge in the video linked below. Align the back panel onto the mounting tabs. Now tighten the screws. Reconnect the water supply and tighten the connection. Open the shutoff valve. Plug in the cord to reconnect the power. Now slide it back into place. Make sure to leave a couple of inches of space between the refrigerator and the wall. This will allow for proper airflow. Now test the refrigerator to see if it's working properly. If you like this and want to see more tutorials and informational videos, then subscribe to our channel. And if you need help, you can call or visit an AMRE location to talk with our knowledgeable staff. Thanks for watching.